Communication. It's in the top 3 most important skills to have in Overwatch, yet on the latter, many people seem to treat it as optional. Hey guys, my name is Reason, and in this video, I want to help you develop the skills to be a Grandmaster communicator, and give you the tools to carry your games by being a leader for your ranked games. In this game, I feel like we have some really clean comms, both me and several of my teammates. Going through it, I want you to listen for the calls you make, and after I make a call, I'll briefly talk about it in this video. Before we jump in though, you guys should know that if videos like these and becoming a beast at Overwatch as a whole interests you, our website at GameLeap.com has entire courses that cover topics like this, as well as many other key skills, designed by top 500s and professionals. Consider heading on over there after this video. You can use code GameLeap25 for 25% off. Now, let's talk about comms. Ash no conk. So the Ash just jumped up there, so I'm calling out the cooldown. It's really important to call out cooldowns that have long cooldown times and are really high impact. So Genji's Deflect and his Sleep Dart, those are really good examples. Calling out rotation is really important. So this map, I don't want to pause it too much, but I gotta pause it here. This map has a really big choke, but you want to start set up here for poke damage and ult charge. So when you go to rotate, it's important to do it all as a team. So calling, okay, drop down, it's a really important call. Breaking their shield. Breaking their shield, whatever you're putting your arrows into as Hanzo, it's important to help your team know where that damage is going because there's a huge amount of damage. I'm on the Ana now, she's half. I'm on the Hanzo. Hanzo low. So there, again, I'm calling out which targets I'm on and what targets are low. I'm doing it in a clear way. Please help me, man. I have dragons. I'm gonna use this one before I get your next one. So we're 50% to our grab, so I'm gonna use these dragons and then I'm gonna use the next one to combo with my Zarya. That's what I'm calling out.
Wait, we gotta pick up. 5 and 6. We should be pushing on this.
Yeah, Hanzo top right, Hanzo top right, Hanzo top right.
Hanzo's top right. Watch out for dragon. Back up.
So there's a lot of calls going on right now, but some really important ones is we should push on this. I think we broke the Rhine shield or something. So that's where Zarya's calling that. Calling that gets everyone on the same page and pushing to the choke. Hanzo top right, it's a big threat. He could wrap around and do damage behind our shield and we'd be split 2 ways. So really important to call out when Hanzo's up there and that procs me to go up and try to deal with the threat. We also got a call that our Ana is dead and they're coming back from spawn. So that affects how aggressive we can play. So actually I don't think we can push up like our Zarya is asking for. So that's why you call out all these things, get everyone on the same page.
Give him some space. Just give him some space. That's it.
Yeah, so now he's calling give me some space.
I'm not alright right now. Yeah, I've grabbed.
They have nano. Yes. You can wait though. You don't need to. Okay. Yeah. So what my Zarya did right there to ask me if I was ready before using it was really good. Whether you're playing Zarya or Hanzo, you can really help make your combos more consistent by calling out if you're ready or not, whichever role you're playing.
I didn't hear it.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, we're down on Doomfist right now, and they're gonna have their grab coming up soon. They used the dragon already. Shatter is also soon. And there's some ult tracking for you guys. So I practiced this skill a lot, so I was able to do it pretty quickly and communicate to my team pretty quickly. But basically, all you have to do is press tab, look at who on the enemy team is, what heroes they are, and think about what else have been used and how long each ult takes to charge. So for example, grab's one of the slowest building in the game, but Nano builds pretty fast. So that should give you an idea of who has their ults when. But calling out your team is really important because it gives you your win condition. So like if they have their grab up, we need to find some way to survive that and then we can attack. But also the Zenyatta has Transcendence. So if they push with Transcendence, they should be able to push all the way into our team. So we have to find a way to force them to use that in a bad position where they can't push on it, and then we can have a chance to win the next fight. But as it stands right now, they're in a superior position to us. So calling that out should give us an idea of what we need to do to win. We need to find a way to get a shatter off to force out their trance early and then survive the grab somehow. And there's my strategy for winning. We kill the Zenyatta with Doom. I'll break their shield early so we can get our shatter off. Breaking the Rhine right now. Watch out. Hey, they're gonna grab next. Our Rhine is dead. I'm backing.
Yeah. Just come back. Oh shit.
On the right side.
Wait, what CC'd me?
That is how Overwatch works. So yeah, because of how many of us are still respawning and how many of the enemy are on cart and the fact we have no ultimates to work with, we decided to just let them have that cart, to have that point rather, and calling that out to your teammates is really important. Gets everyone on the same page. In this case, in this SR, people are more on the same, like, they know not to push that kind of thing, so we wouldn't push it anyway, but... Nice, we can push this, we can push this, we can push this. We have grab combo zone. We have grab combo zone. I'm saying dragons. You can use nano if you really need it.
They don't have trade. If we grab combo, Hanzo, you ready? You ready?
So there's already called. They don't have trance, so it's a free grab combo. So and then he's asking me if he's ready. So there's already is doing everything right with this call, and then I don't even reply to him because I was too busy focused on killing this Ashe. But it works out. Zenyatta one shot. Zenyatta one shot. Push the Zenyatta. Push the Zenyatta. Push the Zenyatta. Hang on, your Ana's busy right now. I don't know what's going on with that Hans in the back, but something important here is that I'm calling to my Zarya that our Ana is still respawning because their Zarya is pushing their spawn. So, you know, in something that I hear from people in lower ranks is they will call don't overextend really often, but it's good to push your advantage just as long as your team's with you pushing it. So if your Ana's dead, that really affects how aggressive you can be because there's no support.
They're gonna grab.
On the top church. Keep running alive, ignore me, keep running alive.
He'll run.
Breaking the shield. So this is really helpful too, saying who to help. You know, there's a lot of resources that can go into helping teammates, not just heals. You know, Zarya's bubbles can go into helping a teammate. You know, you can attack the target that's attacking that teammate that's being called to help, so that they get off of that teammate. So like for example, if a Ryan's swinging on your Ryan and you shoot the enemy Ryan, they're gonna have to put up their shield. They won't be swinging on him anymore, and you'll be helping the Ryan with damage. So calling help this teammate is a good call. The Zen's dead. We can push. They don't have their chance. On the Hanzo, top right. Hanzo one dead. Again, pacing. We got to pick on that one of their healers. We can probably push that. Good to call that. Keep everyone on the same page.
Oh, the Ryan's right side. Left side.
He's cut from his team.
Kill Run.
Give me top church. So, okay, so me calling heal me top church is like half of a good call out. You want to be speaking the third person. I should have said heal Hanzo top church. We grab combo next fight. It's because even though you can see in the top left the name, people are going to be focused on a lot of other things. You'll make it easier on your teammates if you just call in the third person. But they have 4 ults. So a little bit more ult tracking. So Doomfist needs to combo with
you need to get high ground so you can anti the grab, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab underneath
Doom, you either need to kill Zenyatta or when we grab, you need to combo as well as me. Genji's top church. So you see how not only did we first looked at ults, we pressed tab, we looked at the enemy team, and we ult tracked. We figured out what ults they have coming up. Then we figured out what we need to do to win the fight, given what ults they have. And then we gave specific jobs to specific players on our team to ensure that that win condition gets fulfilled. So the concern is they have Transcendence. So we have grab combo, but if they trance through it, we're not going to win the fight. So I'm communicating directly to my Doomfist. He has to kill Zenyatta. That is his job. If he does not kill Zenyatta, then we're in a pickle. And the only way out of that then is to either anti the grab, which our Ana can't rotate to do right now because it's too long of a rotation. You know, somebody could die because they could be pushing in just a second here. And yeah, then the only way that we could win if we don't kill the Zenyatta is to meteor strike at the same time that we're grab dragoning and hope that that gets them all.
I can't get high ground. It's mid fight.
You're on.
You can do. Oh,
Dude,
how the fuck did that hit me?
I'm ready when you are.
No, Zen's behind.
Zen's behind.
I don't need to grab.
Okay,
I don't know
our Doom is dead. Do not grab. Our Doom is dead. They're gonna have trance. We can't counter it.
We don't need to grab right
Ana,
now.
can you get high ground now?
Yeah.
So our Doomfist is dead. That's why I'm calling out that we need to rotate because otherwise there's no other way we're gonna win this fight.
Don't play under the bridge though. I can't heal you.
Oh fuck.
Okay, might need to. I'm here.
I'm dead. So there are a couple of mistakes there going on. I'm going to go back really quick and show. So number one, I asked my Ana to get high ground. So I know that my Ana is going to be going to rotate. But also, Ana's right here. And I am still 115 HP. Our Ana had a chance to heal me there and kind of messed up. But I also kind of messed up by being this far forward. Especially in line of sight to an Ashe. Like, that's a big mistake by me, to be honest. I could be dead right now. So, yeah. Mistakes on both sides.
Got slipped.
So many ults.
It's fine. No, it's fine. We got the fucking edge.
That is... no excuse for that. That's ridiculous. I'm the reason we lost that. Because I died. I died up on the catwalk, which canceled our win condition. So I'm giving myself shit now, and yeah, I was a little bit part of it. But like honestly, looking back at this video, it's like multiple things went wrong.
I'm dead.
I'm
Oh,
pushing.
no, I'm
I'm
not.
pushing. I'm pushing. I'm pushing. There's Anna on the left. Anna on the left. She's low. Anna on the
sorry,
left.
sorry,
Push the Anna. So I can't push that because I'm a 200 HP hero and the enemy Zarya is like a billion charge. So if I push that, I get melted in just a second. So only our Zarya is capable of pushing in there and killing their Anna and staggering her out, which is why I was calling it out. And it's, you know, it's
wrong with me?
you don't mind me why I can't climb this railing, but yeah. So it's good while we call that out, and if our Zarya doesn't push, we don't push. We just ask. We do what we can to help our teammates.
Play slow, we win this fight.
So I just got to pick on their brigade. That's why I thought that playing slow would help us win the fight. But honestly, there's nothing really we could have done in that situation.
Dude, I would have blocked that, but I'm fucked playing on OC, so I have like...
Dude, a bomb would have popped off if I could have got the nano.
Dude.
Oh, what? I got body shot?
I pushed up at 40 HP. That's my bad. 100%.
No, touch so much.
Shit.
I don't want.
I'm on. So there's a lot of people screaming right now, touch, touch, can you touch? When it's overtime, if you can touch, say, I can touch. You can also say in the third person too if you want to, or Ryan will touch. That, or Hanzo would touch, I guess, in this case, since I'm playing Hanzo. If you do not hear anyone say that, then you need to reevaluate if you can touch. And, you know, even if you're 200 HP hero, if you don't hear anybody saying they can touch, then you better figure out if you can touch and then call it out. Really, what should be going on is everyone should be saying that they can touch, basically, and then just letting the tanks go to touch and die there. Because what often happens in ranked is the entire team, your entire team, will go to the point, including like your Ana and stuff, and they'll like all get like six, like the Ryan will be swinging, the enemy Ryan will be swinging on 6 people. That's not ideal. You want just like your tanks to go to the point. That's what tanks do. That's what their job is.
I'm gonna die.
It works out okay, but since we're making a communications video, this is a really good communication. And you see this kind of stuff more in scrims than in ranked games. But yeah, you want to say if you can touch or not.
I'm reloading.
She's dead.
Nice shot, holy shit.
Ryan, stay cart. I'm on the Doom. On Zarya. Zarya low. Zarya.
Need to kill the Anna in the back before she gets Anna. Nice.
So I heard a call there's an Ana in the back, which is why I dropped over that glass.
Fuck, did we solo heal that?
I'm gonna say 2 things. One, the fact that we lost second and they had a chance to fight third was ridiculous, but also it's my fault. 2, good job. Everyone played really well.
Hey, I'm playing on fucking 210 ping right now, dude.
So yeah, compliments and stuff, and also even if it, I mean, in this case, I don't really think that it's 100% my fault, but even if I'm wrong about that, I think it's much better to be too far to the side of being like humble and yeah, being open to saying that you were the, you know, that you could do better. I think that kind of stuff really helps with morale and really helps with people working together. So yeah, that and compliments helps. You'll notice that I saved my compliments for after the round. So, you know, there was actually a time there where I headshot the Brigida and our Ana was like, holy shit, nice shot, Hanzo. And that kind of stuff is great for morale, but like, you know, it's overtime. You want to be kind of leaving the space free, because if you're not involved with that headshot, if you're not the Ana and you're not the Hanzo, and you just hear that in the comms, holy shit, Hanzo, nice shot. Like, how does that help you as Reinhardt, for example?
Thank you.
Ash is dead.
Oh, that's a massive pick, dude.
Fuck,
Yeah, I'm not-
could have hit that headshot.
Go forward, run, I can bubble you. I can bubble you. I need charge, dude. I need charge.
Zarya again making some really good callouts. Go forward, Ryan, I can bubble you, I need charge. Microing your Ryan is something really good to do with Zarya, because the Ryan can't see behind him, right? And he isn't tracking your cooldowns necessarily.
Pick the Ryan's one, push Ryan.
Right low, right
Moving
side.
behind.
Brig, I can
Oh, he's
bubble
dead, he's dead, he's dead.
I got pinned.
I slept on.
Good sleep.
Massive sleep.
Get a one.
Winnable.
Absolutely winnable.
Oh, you're on purple, you're on
Keep
purple.
fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting.
Again, pacing.
If you kill them
Really
all
good call out
first.
to make.
You're on payload.
Okay, so something really bad's about to happen. So I just said 3 on payload because we want to try to cap this in time, right? At the same time, our Zarya's trying to push up to push our advantage. That's fine, except for our Ana's dead and still respawning. And I'm about to call out that our Ana's still walking back, but our Zarya didn't realize that, and I didn't realize that soon enough to call out to them. So our Zarya's going to die up here because we didn't call out that Ana was dead. So you can argue that's not really technically our fault, that's the Zarya's fault, but I like to think of things as how can I do that, you know, how can I go the extra mile because I'm trying to be the best in the world, this kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't want to just settle for doing just my job. Like, that's how you be diamond. But I'm trying to be top 500, you know? I'm trying to be pro or whatever. Like, you're trying to be the best. So don't make things about whose job anything is. Always try to just find a way to make things work. So in this case, the only way that I could have saved my Zarya is to have had more foresight to call out that our Ana was dead and for them not to push. I did call 3 on cart, but I don't know if that Zarya knew that meant them.
What up, guys? Our Ana's coming back from spawn.
Oh shit, man! I'm sorry. I thought you guys were.
No. We were capping point.
Yo, my name is someone.
So it's kind of bad because we lost 100 charge Zarya,
Well,
and
actually, I actually had 3 on point.
it's possible the enemy could get a really good position now because our Zarya's not there to help. But it's also not that big of a deal. I think they're still kind of regrouping.
I'm gonna get a high ground, then we grab combo, okay?
I'm with your Ana.
They have grab as well.
I can bubble you.
They have Zenyatta, but the Zenyatta's situation switch, they do not have trance.
Yeah, so the Zenyatta, they just switched to Zenyatta, so they're not going to have grab. Not everybody on my team might know that, so it's really important to call that stuff out. That's a really good call out.
Bob.
Where the fuck is Ryan? I was trying to bubble you, dude. What the fuck?
Let him sleep, let him sleep.
Just gonna keep getting fucking healed. Rob
Heal
Lane.
Bob.
I'm healing him.
Wait, how did that grav not fucking...
I'm asking the same question that Zarya's asking right now. I don't know what happened with that grab.
I don't know.
But we're just going to keep doing what we can do from here. We're going to contest the high ground with this Hanzo. I put a Sonic in him, so I should be able to get this headshot off.
You can push, you can push, you can push. Oh, dude, I'm fucking.
I don't think we need more ults. No more ults.
I don't know how in the fuck
For now.
I'm actually brain dead.
Can't see you.
I can't see you.
Yeah, so calling LOS, that's another really, really good call out. Our healers are over here, and I'm out of their sight, so them calling that they can't see me. If you're playing support, call that stuff. You can also call, you know, you can go the extra miles of support, and you can call where you're healing from. You can say, I'm healing from the cart, or I'm healing from top left blue blocks or something, if you're on Gibraltar or whatever. You can call that so people keep in mind where you are. I see that mistake made really often in lower ranks when I'm bot reviewing like plat or something. People will line of sight their healers, but their healers won't say anything. So it's a 2-part job. Part 1 is the Ana says where they're healing from. Part 2 is people keep in mind where that is.
Fuck. Brigade, you gotta help heal Zarya.
I got high heels right now.
Nice, we got it.
Good job. I'm not there.
Grabbing up point. Because I didn't realize we capped this.
So yeah, we wasted grab and
We
also raised dragons.
We use dragon.
I'm a bot.
That's why
I hear a Gom Pokotovnistin and I use my dragon. Or I hear Fire at Will rather. I shoot a deflecting Genji.
So yeah, I'm not going to peek at 87 HP, so I'm saying heal behind Ana. Healers don't have eyes in the back of their heads. Calling that stuff's really important.
We got antied.
Fuck, I can't see you and grabbing it.
Shit. I'm not ready.
Okay, I can save it, it's fine.
There's a Zen behind us. Just kill him real quick.
Gonna counter call that.
No, ignore him. Kill the Zarya.
The Zenyatta's a low mobility hero, so what's he gonna do?
Genji won. Nice.
And there you go.
GG's guys. That was a fun game. That was really enjoyable. I really appreciate everyone actually trying. I'm gonna give you a big kiss.
So yeah guys, bit of a different video this time, but honestly it's a really, really important skill. This is one of those things that like, it may not seem super important, but trust me, it is one of the most important. Ult tracking, positioning, communications. Learn those 3, they're the most helpful. People put way too much effort into stuff like aiming, but this is stuff that's actually going to help you climb out. I'm not some kind of insane aimbot with Hanzo. I just play smart, and this is part of playing smart. So hopefully this helps you guys improve. I really hope it is helpful. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys in the next one.